The jamsarny YouTube channel is now officially partnered with From The Terraces clothing. From The Terraces are a company that I have been using for many years now. You will more than likely have seen me wearing their products on videos over the years. And now we are officially partnered, and of course they are absolutely excellent. If you have a look at all the things they do have to offer, be it t-shirts, polos, jackets, shorts, headwear and much more. They have absolutely top quality clobber, and it isn't just limited to Sunderland as well. If you do watch the channel and you do support another side, I know that does happen on this channel, the badge on their arm is actually customizable. As you can see on this t-shirt I have here, it is red and white for Sunderland, but you can alter that as well on their website so it is more personalised to your team. A very unique outlook, and they've got such good quality and I love it. I've been offered the chance to be partnered with many companies over the years, but it's always been something that I care so little for. But I absolutely love this brand and I could not turn down the opportunity to be partnered with From The Terraces. And of course there is going to be a link in the description below for you to pick up your own From The Terraces clobber. Use the discount code jamsarny at checkout to get yourself a cheeky 10% off. You will not regret it. It really is, and I can't say enough, top quality clobber, and I absolutely love it. I've got shorts, t-shirts, jumpers myself, and I will be getting much more, I can guarantee it, and you will be seeing it featuring on the channel in the future. But there you go, enjoy, and we'll get on with the video. Hi guys, and welcome to another video. So we do have a bit of a bumper video today. We have 3 new transfers to discuss, as well as Sunderland's first home victory of the season. Of course, last night against Rotherham with a whopping 3-0 win, and what a performance it was. But we're going to firstly go through all of the transfers. Of course, I'm saying this almost every video now with reviews and stuff like that. I've been at work, literally even the Borough game, I'm working for the Borough game as well, which is horrible. Just the way my rotor has worked out recently, I'm seeming to be working every single game. Luckily, I managed to slyly watch the games whilst at work, but obviously I can't give a review straight after the game because I'm at work. That's a bit too far, that, isn't it? So, so yeah, anyway, so let's have a look at the new signings. Of course, we do have Michut from PSG on a season-long loan, initially with a club option to buy him at the end of that loan. And of course, we have Abdoullah Ba as well, midfielder from Le Havre. He's signed on a 5-year deal as well. And also the loan signing of Diallo as well, winger from Manchester United. Of course, he was at Rangers last season, did very well there, particularly in the second half of his loan. In the second half of the season, he was absolutely excellent, and that's a big signing for us. I mean, all of them are very exciting. Diallo is the one that excites me the most, just because I know the most about him, and I think Diallo in the Championship could be quite an exciting time to follow the lads, do you know what I mean? But we'll get into the statements for each of the signings, then I'll discuss a little bit of what I think we further need to go for in this window. Of course, we're on transfer deadline day as I'm recording this. So yeah, let's crack on with statements, and we'll start off with Michut's. Sunderland AFC is delighted to announce the signing of Edouard and Michut. The versatile midfielder 19 arrives from PSG on an initial loan deal until the end of the season, which includes a club option to make the transfer permanent. Michut made his senior debut for PSG in a 4-0 win over Dijon FCO on the 27th of February 2021, and he went on to make 8 first-team appearances for Ligue 1 winning side during the 2021-22 campaign. He contributed his first assist in a 1-1 draw with Lyon in January, aged 18 years and 311 days, becoming the youngest player to register an assist for Les Parisiens, I always say that wrong, since Kylian Mbappe. Michut continued to train and feature for the senior team throughout the campaign, lining up along the likes of Lionel Messi and Neymar, and was part of the squad that faced Real Madrid in the last 16 of the UEFA Champions League. A youth international for France under 16, 17 and 19, he also represented PSG frequently in the UEFA Youth League during the 2021-22 season. Upon arriving at SAFC, Michut said, "I had a fantastic experience at PSG, but now I'm ready for a new challenge and I'm very happy to be here. I travelled to the Stadium on Saturday to watch the game against Norwich City, and the atmosphere inside the stadium was unbelievable. This is an opportunity for me to level up as a player, and I always wanted to play in England, but I also like the project, and that is why I'm here. My preparation for the season has been good, and I'm ready to help the team." So that is the statement from Michut, and of course, it is a little bit of an unknown substance for us because I don't really watch PSG that often, and he hasn't played too many times for them. But as a 19-year-old, what can we say? You know, a 19-year-old who has broke into that first team, even if it is just the squad and training the squad, but has got caps and he's got himself an assist. You know, he has played a role within that PSG side. He must have something about him. Do you know what I mean? And that's not me, to speculate. He must do. That's fact. He has to have something about him. You know, working generally from the centre of midfield. and you know, that sort of flair player to get us forward. I love that. I still think we do need more of a solid midfielder in there. Whether that's going to happen, I don't know, because we seem to really stocking up in the midfield at the moment. But yeah, but that is a really, really exciting sign. You know, when the likes of maybe Pritchard, you know, he's not having a great game, and he generally does come off pitch after about 65, 70 minutes to watch his fitness. To bring on someone like Michut, or maybe they can just chop and change at times, or maybe he drops deep, Michut, and works from there. I don't know, but it's just another option, and I just love the competition we're getting at the minute within the lads and within the squad in general. So we're going to move on to the next one, of course. So next up is Abdoullah Ba, and he was actually announced just before kickoff against Rotherham yesterday evening. So we'll have a look at his statement now. Sunderland AFC is delighted to announce the signing of Abdoullah Ba, subject to international clearance and the work permit process being concluded. The 19-year-old moves to Wearside from French side Le Havre AC for an undisclosed fee and signs a 5-year contract at the Stadium of Light. Ba made 19 senior appearances in the 2021-22 season, and he has been a mainstay during the current campaign, featuring in 5 of Les Ciel et Marines League 2 fixtures. The dynamic and forward-thinking midfielder has represented France at under 16, 17 and 19 level, earning 28 caps. 8 of those appearances were alongside fellow summer recruit Edouard Michut, who joined SAFC on a season-long loan from PSG earlier today. The French duo will be in attendance when SAFC face Rotherham this evening, which is, of course, yesterday evening. After signing a long-term contract at Wearside, Ba said, "I'm very happy to be here because this is a big club and one that has a lot of ambition, so I want to make a lot of progress and make sure we keep building on our history. I'm a midfielder, but I can play a lot of positions and I play with both feet. I like to have the ball to make passes and I also like to attack. I'm looking forward to meeting my new teammates and getting started with Sunderland AFC." Now, Abdoullah Ba is one of those that I would absolutely be lying to you if I sat here and said, oh yes, he's this, that and the other. I know everything about him. I've watched him play since the youth days, you know what I mean? I haven't. I have seen clips of him like everyone else, and he looks like one of those players that, you know, likes to get the ball in tight positions, quite comfortable regardless of, you know, whether he's crowded out, bit tricky, really good, really sort of a low centre of gravity. Really good on the ball, driving forward, a little bit similar to Michut in that sense. We're getting quite a lot of attacking midfielders, as I just alluded to earlier, but a really exciting player, and that he says that he can play in several different positions. I know him as a central midfielder, or I'm led to believe he is a central midfielder by trade, but you know, we've seen like the likes of Luke O'Nien. He's been one of our best centre-backs this season. He has been one of our best defenders for the last couple of years, and he's naturally a central midfielder. And, you know, so you never know where he's going to get played, if he is to play, if he can play full-back maybe, because I think we need a full-back. We don't quite know just yet, but it looks like quite an industrious player. And it's another exciting one as well. It's another youth player. I know a lot of people are still screaming for experience, but this young side are running rampant in a minute, particularly last night. If you look at that, I think there are going to be times where we probably will look at it and think maybe we did need a bit of experience in this game. But these are lads with quality. These are young lads with quality, and I think Bart will probably, or hopefully should I say, will be of the same ilk. But now to the final statement of Diallo's transfer to Sunderland. So Sunderland AFC is delighted to announce the signing of Ahmad. The 20-year-old forward moves to the Stadium Light on a season-long loan deal from Manchester United. Ahmad becomes the club's 7th senior recruit of the summer, following Dan Ballard, Jack Clark, Aji Alessi, Alex Bass, Jewison Bennett and Edouard Michut to Wearside. The Ivory Coast international joined Atlanta aged 13 and quickly progressed through Ladea's youth ranks before scoring 4 minutes into his first team debut in October 2019. He made his UEFA Champions League debut the following season and moved to Old Trafford in January 2021, with his Man United debut coming in a 4-0 UEFA Europa League victory over Real Sociedad. Ahmad scored his first goal in the same competition in a 1-1 draw against AC Milan, whilst registering an assist on his Premier League debut in May 2021 to complete an accomplished start to his Red Devils career. After starting in the UEFA Champions League in December 2021, the forward moved to Rangers for the remainder of the 2021-22 season in January and scored 3 goals in 11 appearances for the Scottish side. Ahmad has made 3 senior appearances for Ivory Coast, and he scored his first goal, a 97th minute free kick, to seal a 2-1 win over Burkina Faso in June 2021. Upon joining SAFC, Ahmad said, I feel good and very positive about this opportunity, so I'm happy to be here. It was a great experience to play with Manchester United, but I'm here for a new challenge and I want to try my best to bring a lot of success to the club. I feel good physically and I think this is the best team for me to progress, and although I've never been to the Stadium of Light before, I know the supporters are great, so I hope we can win many games together. So this signing, as I did briefly mention earlier, this is the one that really excited me. I've heard rumours over the last couple of weeks. A lot of people were saying, oh, it'll never happen, it's too ambitious. But he's here now, and it's another one, he didn't quite force his way into the starting 11 at Manchester United, but they picked him up for a reason. He did contribute when he was playing. He had a decent loan spell at Rangers, and now it's come to the Championship. I know a lot of people compare the Championship to the Scottish Premier League, whether it's of the same ilk, that's an argument for another day maybe. But I think he could do absolutely excellently here, because I've watched it be so tricky, such a flair player. We don't really have, because we're flair players, but that sort of the special move, like the sort of the tricky in the aspect of, like, say, McGeady type thing, step overs, flicks and tricks. Of course we've got technically gifted players like of course we have Clark, who likes to run at players and likes to knock it past players and go and take players on. But the sort of proper little tricks. You know what I'm trying to say. But that can really lift fans out the seat, really get them off the feet, or out the seat, should I say, and off the feet. I know Clark does that as well, but just with the little sort of tricks and skills and stuff like that. We haven't seen him play like that in a while, so it'd be good to see him at the Stadium Light and getting that place rocking as well. So 3 really, really exciting signings, in particular Diallo as well. But now getting into the review of last night's game, we did win by a whopping 3-0. We went unchanged, of course, with Pato in goal, Sirkin, Danny Barton on 9 across the back 3. You had Clark on one side, Gooch on the other, Evans and Neil in the middle, then Pritchard, and of course SAS being Sims and Stewart up top. Now getting into the game, brilliant start, 10 minutes, we were dominating, and I felt like off the ball, and you could even see their sort of manager on the sideline, every time we got the ball, he's telling them push back. He wants to make it as tight as humanly possible and as annoying as humanly possible to get in behind them. But we were making chances straight away. Pritch with an excellent ball over the top for Ellis Sims, managed to get in behind, he wrestles away from his man, tight angle, but he lashes it high and wide. They did make a couple of chances of their own. It's generally just flooding the box with bodies, and that's what they do, and that's what I was saying in the preview. They're really good at getting bodies in the box when they get forward. A couple of times they did get into the box. I think it fell to one of their strikers at the time. We span on the penalty spot. Decent effort, hard and low, the bottom left-hand corner, but Pato gets down really well and holds the ball. But then other than that, we were breaking forward. It was us who were dominating, possession-wise, making little chances here and there. And we should have been in the lead, I think. And it's one of them where I was thinking, we've had more than enough here. We've dominated possession-wise. We've made chances, and this is going to be another Norwich. But my God, was I wrong. Second half we come out, and I keep on saying this now, I think we are so, as long as we have the forward line we have, with Clark on one side, you've got Gooch on the other, you've got SAS up top and then Pritch behind him. As long as we have them on the pitch, we are always a threat, whatever the performance. Luckily, we were performing well anyway. But you know what I mean? Like, if we're in a game where we're not playing particularly well, or things aren't going according to plan, as long as you have them on the pitch, we have such a good chance, because they look so unbelievably dangerous. And Clark was absolutely incredible. He has come from strength to strength. When he first came to us last season in League One, at first I thought, oh no, he's a bit weak, gets pushed around a bit, very predictable. And he's just come on leaps and bounds. Even his defensive work, it was mental. He might lose possession, or we'd lose in possession in general, and make a 70-yard run backwards to nick the ball back off him. He's working every time. Positionally, he was excellent defensively. But going forward, he was another level. So he breaks down the left-hand side. He was taking the piss out of there right back from start to finish. Gets it to the byline, drills it across goal, and there's Ross Stewart. Not long before that, Bart had a very good chance with a header that looped just wide. But the ball was pulled back for Ross Stewart. Hits it first time, it goes straight through the keeper to make it 1-0. Now to make it 2-0, it's Clark again with another assist. He's driving at him again, absolutely taking the piss. He's loving it, is Clark. It looks so good. Takes it towards the byline, driving at his man, and what an amazing assist it is. With the outside of his right foot, bends it around the back of the defence. And there is Stewart again at the back post to hit it into the far post to make it 2-0. And then Clark does not stop there. He was a menace last night, and it was Messi-esque. I don't give a shit. Am I going over the top? Of course I am, but I don't care. It was a Messi-esque goal. He starts on the left-hand side. He drives in from left to right, cutting inside one man, then another, then another. He's wriggled his way all the way through, and then he cuts it back into the bottom left-hand corner to do the keeper, to round it off at 3-0. And it's absolutely deserved. And, you might just say, oh, Rotherham have had a bad day there. But, I feel like we really need to give ourselves credit for that. Because Rotherham aren't a bad team at all. We know that. In League One, they were leaps and bounds above us, in my opinion. They look miles ahead of us. In both times we played them, despite the draw in the second time we played them. They were miles ahead. They've been excellent so far this season with a string of great results. They were unbeaten. Then they come to the stage of light where we haven't won, and we pull off a performance like that. That will do absolute wonders for the lads, you know. And thank God, like I say, we hadn't won at the stage of light yet. We hadn't got a home win yet. So to get that, you know, sort of scratched off the checklist, it is massively important because you don't want that to linger too long, because then, you know, strikers might, you know, shit themselves in front of goal a little bit more, might be a little bit sort of, you know, sheepish in front of goal, not really want to have a crack. But we really went for it, and we absolutely deserved the 3 points. I'm absolutely buzzing, really, really buzzing. What a response that was. Tony Mowbray's first game in charge as well. Granted, he wouldn't have had too much of an input on the game, but he was on the sideline, and it's 1 win from 1. So it's a positive. Excellent, excellent day yesterday, and it is deadline day. We're probably going to see more signings. What do I want to see? Well, there's a lot of rumours, heavy rumours, and again, I'm going to mention this now, and I guarantee it ends up happening. There's been rumours that Vito Mannone, of course, former Sunderland man, and I love Vito Mannone, is interested in coming back, and we're interested in him. You know, someone to be maybe a number 2 to Patterson, some good competition. Then you'd have Bass, Pato, and Vito Mannone in there. But I think we need a full back at least. I'd like an assertive, dominant central midfielder, but I think we've really gone mad on the central midfielders, haven't we? So I don't know whether we would. We need a striker. And you might think, who's going to want to come and sit alongside Sims and Stewart, because no one's going to get in that team. But that's football, you know. You need to give them a run for the money, get some competition in. So I'd say a striker, a goalkeeper, a full-back are the main ones for me. But yeah, possibly a centre-back, but I think we should be okay. I think, you know, when Bollard eventually comes back as well, at the minute we're looking solid. And we've got Alessi and Bailey Wright sat on the bench as well, so it's not too bad. So mainly the three of a striker, a full-back and a goalkeeper I'd probably be okay with. But of course, let me know in the comments down below what you think we need to go for. And also let me know in the comments, what did you think of the game last night? What do you think of the new signings? Let me know. This has been a bit of a big one for me. I'm tired. Just come home from work. Had no sleep. Please hit the like button for me. That makes me very happy. Anyway, guys, take care and stay jammy.